Welcome to MTBC's online video tutorials. In this segment, we will cover introductory classes for nurses and anyone creating charts prior to the doctor being able to view them. This video in particular will show nurses how to create a chart and track few of the required meaningful use criteria during their charting. To begin, I always recommend most of my clients to access the charts from your daily scheduler. To access your scheduler, click on your scheduler and appointments. Once you're in your daily scheduler, you can see the list of patients here. To create a new chart for a patient, simply go over the time and click New Chart. Once you click New Chart, you will create a new chart for this patient for this appropriate date of service. In this new chart, there are a few requirements to meet meaningful use. First, the vital signs. Meaningful use requires you to put in an appropriate weight, height, temperature, and blood pressure readings. Put in this appropriate information to meet meaningful use. As you can see, there are multiple tabs in the vital signs section that you may enter. This is optional and can be used based on provider's input. Once you have entered in the vital signs, it is also required that you enter in allergies. To enter an allergy, simply click on the plus next to allergy and search the appropriate allergy. Click on the Save and Add button if you want to add multiple allergies. Click on the OK button once you're finalized adding allergies. To modify an allergy, simply click on the Edit button next to the Delete button. And you can even track other requirements for that allergy. Finally, to delete, simply click on the X button and that will delete that appropriate allergy. The next section that is important for meaningful use is patient medical history. I have used the quick bar on the right to quickly access patient medical history. As you can see, in the middle of the page, you have immunizations. This is another element that is required for meaningful use. To add an immunization, simply click on the plus arrow, select the immunization, and put in the relevant numbers such as lot number and route if required. To add an additional one, simply click on the Save and Add button, and you can add another one that is appropriate. To finalize, simply click on the Save button, and you have finalized your list. The next important feature for a nurse to do in the charts is the social history. Again, I've used the quick bar on the right to access social history. Once you're in the social history page, the only important factor on this page is the tobacco use. Under status, make sure you select one of the tobacco uses status. The next step typically providers require nurses to do is to put in the plan of care medication. Click on plan of care medication to see the patient's medication list. To add a medication, simply click on the plus sign, select a benefit plan, and pick the prescriber, the type of medication, and the pharmacy. If your front desk has put in pharmacies in the demographics page, this will automatically populate when you're in the medications portion of Web-EHR. Under type, we have multiple types of prescription. We have a prescription, which would be a regular paper prescription, a non-prescription, which would be an over-the-counter drug, sample, if you gave a sample of a drug to the patient, and finally, external prescription. External prescription are any prescriptions that are given by outside doctors to that patient. Finally, you will also see an e-prescription if e-prescription is enabled for your practice, and that will allow you to send e-prescriptions through it. For this instance, let's select non-prescription. Search the appropriate medicine. If you see no records found in this situation, simply click on All to view the list of all medicines and research. By clicking on All and Search, you can view additional medications in our total database. Selecting a medication will automatically transfer it into your list. You can select a SIG, pick a quantity and a day's supply, and finally the amount of refills. On the right-hand side of the page, you see one of the meaningful use requirements of drug warnings. This will populate based on the list you have generated for us by adding appropriate medicines to the patient. To override these warnings, simply click on Override Warnings and put in a override reason. Click on OK to add the appropriate drug to the list. In addition, you may want to activate and deactivate drugs for a patient. To deactivate a drug, simply click on the checkbox and it will deactivate that medication for that patient. Finally, when everything is done, you may click on the Complete button to notify the doctor that you have completed this chart, and the doctor may now access it. Once you click on the Complete button, the doctor will know that you've completed it when the whole chart turns green. Thank you for watching this segment of MTBC's online video tutorials. Please feel free to look at the other videos to learn more about MTBC's practice management or MTBC's Web-EHR.